Hi, this is Satish Vannapalli. This is my first video tutorial on the Pega Customer Decision Hub. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about Next Best Action Designer. Let's get started. Once you log into the Pega Customer Decision Hub, to the left navigation menu and click on the Next Best Action Designer to launch the Next Best Action Designer. Now let's see what is Next Best Action Designer. See, Next Best Action Designer guides you through the creation of next best action strategy for your business. The Next Best Action Designer user interface allows you to easily define, manage and monitor next best actions. There are 5 components that represents the steps that need to be completed to define the next best action. These are the 5 components on the top represents the steps that need to be completed in order to define your next best action strategy. Taxonomy. Use the taxonomy component to define the business structure for your organization. Constraints. Use the constraints component to implement channel limits and constraints. Engagement policy. Use the engagement policy component to define the rules that control which actions are offered to which customers. Arbitration. Use the arbitration component to configure how actions are prioritized. Channels. Use the channels component to configure when and where the next best action is triggered. Now let's talk about all the 5 components one by one. First one is a taxonomy. Use the taxonomy component to define the hierarchy of business issues and groups to which an action belongs. The business groups are used to organize customer actions into categories. For example, as part of business issues of acquisition, you can create groups for products like credit cards, mortgages, or personal loans with an intention of offering these to potential customers. Now go to the second component called constraints. Constraints component is used to set outbound channel limits and suppression policies, customer contact limit and contact policy library. Constraints. Use constraints to specify outbound contact limits as well as to limit overexposure to a specific action or group of actions. Customer contact limits allows you to limit the number of interactions that a customer can receive over a given period of time on the specific channel. For example, you can decide that you don't want your customers to receive more than 1 email per week or 1 SMS message per week. Contact policy library rules are reusable across all business issues and groups. You can define more extensive suppression rules by creating contact policy rules in the library. For example, an action can be suppressed for a customer for 7 days after the customer has seen an ad for that action 5 times. Suppressing or passing an action presents overexposure by limiting the number of times a customer is exposed to the same action. Now let's go to the third component called engagement policy. Click on the business group. Engagement policy. Use engagement policies to define when specific actions or group of actions are appropriate for customers. There are 4 types of policies in the engagement policy. One is the eligibility, applicability, suitability, and contact policy. Eligibility. It determines whether or not a customer qualifies for an action or group of actions. For example, an action may only be available to customers and over a specific age. Now coming to the applicability. It determines if an action or group of action is relevant for a customer at particular point in time. For example, a discount on the specific credit card may not be relevant for the customer who already owns a card. Suitability. It determines if an action or group of action is appropriate for a customer for ethical or empathetic reasons, which means, for example, A new loan offer may not be appropriate for the customer whose credit score is low, even though it might be profitable for the bank. Contact policy. It determines when an action or group of actions should be suppressed for how long. For example, you can suppress an action after a specific number of promotional messages has been sent to the customers. To activate the contact policy rules in the library on the Constraints tab, add them to the Engagement Policy tab. So if you want to modify any of these policies, you can click on this edit button here, and you can add your conditions. You can add more eligibility conditions by clicking on this plus icon, and you can select the fields from this drop down. You can select fields or strategy results. So whatever the eligibility conditions that you want to add, you can add. Once you've done the changes, you can click on the save to reflect your changes. Now let's talk about the fourth component, arbitration. Use the arbitration component to determine how a customer decision hub prioritizes the list of eligible and appropriate actions that come out of each group. The factors weighted in arbitration are propensity, context weighting, action value, and business levers, each represented by the numerical values. Now let's talk about the propensity and context weighting. Propensity. It is the likelihood of customer responding positively to an action. This is calculated by artificial intelligence. Context weighting. It allows you to assign weighting to a specific context value for all actions within an issue or group. For example, if a customer contacts the bank to change their address, the weight of the service context will increase, and the highest priority action will be to ensure that the relevant service is delivered to the customer. Now let's see a quick demo on how this propensity is calculated through the artificial intelligence. Now log into the first customer is a Troy, and if you see, the reward card is offered to the customer. If you click on this toggle AI artificial intelligence, you can see the propensity value. Here the current propensity value is 0.10165. Now the customer is not responded to the offer. Now let's see what is the propensity value when the next time he logs in. I logged out and logged in back, and if you see the propensity value is decreased because the customer had an impression but he didn't respond to the offer, which means the propensity value will be decreased by the AI. Now click on this offer to learn more, which means customer is responded to the offer, which means the propensity value should be increased. And if you see, the propensity value is increased 0.10054, and this priority calculation will be calculated on all the factors of the arbitration: this propensity, context weighting, action value, and business levers. Hope you understood how the propensity is calculated through AI. Let's talk about the action value and business levers. Action value. It enables you to assign a financial value to an action and prioritize high value actions over low value ones. For example, promoting an unlimited data plan might be more profitable for the company than a limited data plan. Action values are typically normalized across issues and groups, which we defined in the taxonomies. Business levers. It enables you to accommodate ad hoc business priorities by specifying a weight for an action or group of action and or its associated business issue. Click on edit to modify the priority calculations. Business levers will be enabled. Click on save to update the arbitration rule. Let's discuss the last component, channels. Channels. Use channels component to enable next best actions to be delivered via inbound, outbound and paid channels. Channels can be toggled on or off. If a channel is toggled off, the next best action will not be delivered to that channel. Triggers. A trigger is a mechanism whereby an external channel invokes the execution of next best action decisioning process for specific issues and groups. The result will be delivered back to the invoking channel. Click on edit to toggle on. The next best actions will be delivered all these three channels. And click on save to update the channels rule form. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any further doubts or questions, feel free to reach me on admin@pagaks.com or support@pagaks.com. Thank you.